The protagonist of that story is you. One day, you get a call from an old friend who has somehow become a UX designer. He asks you if you would be willing to join him in that journey. You ask him what the salary would be. He replies something around 20,000 per year, but you'll get paid 15 hours and you will have 3 weeks of vacation. You feel uncertain about what to do. What is truly the salary of a UX designer? In this video, I'll show you the salary breakdowns for UX designers in different industries so that you can make a decision about if it worth the risk. But before I begin, I would like you guys to subscribe to the channel, like this video and hit the notification bell icon so you don't miss out on amazing content designed for designers. A UX designer is a person who designs and implements the interaction between users and computer and software, hardware, or other electronic devices. A UX designer's job is to analyze organizations' business objectives, then to design interfaces that will meet those needs. The salary for UX designers can range from $40,000 to $150,000, depending on the type of industry they work in. A UX designer's salary actually will depend on a lot of factors. For one thing, your location makes a difference because of the cost of living is different from state to state. You can get an accurate estimate by considering factors such as company you work for, your seniority and more. We are going to investigate each one of them on separate videos. Gladly, the demand for UX designers has been steadily increasing since its establishment. A yearly index set up back in 2014 has shown that design companies often have higher stock market advantages and better performance overall. So let's break it down. This guide will outline the 5 common and essential roles in the world of user experience, what job titles they often go by, their primary function, and of course, the salary expectations that come along with it. UX designer. If you are already a UX designer, then the job might sound familiar, but just think of it this way. It gives us a point of comparison for some of other roles we will be exploring. UX designers are responsible for everything from user research and personas to user testing, prototypes and wireframes. Name just about anything that goes into delivering a good product experience to your users. It's likely that a UX designer has been involved. UX designer salaries. As with most jobs, UX designer salaries vary based on how much experience they bring to the table. But it also varies by the type of company they work for. As a general rule, expect a higher salary at a large or more established company with an existing design team or the resources to build one. Expect a lower salary at smaller or new companies or those who are just beginning to invest in UX. All that said, according to pay scale, UX designers in the United States earn an average of $74,000 per year, ranging from $51,000 to $108,000. UX UI designers. The different aspects of UX UI design don't always come in pairs, but employers often have the expectation that the designers who specialize in UX will have the UI experience and vice versa. Sometimes this is simply lumped into the UX designer. This means that a UX UI designer is every bit at home with user research and testing, prototyping, user personas, and customer journey maps as they are with the design patterns, typography, and color palettes. Thankfully, all of these topics are covered in the Advanced Design Training series of this channel. UX UI designer salaries. Glassdoor places the average base salary in the United States at about $85,000 $100,000 per year, with a full range from $59,000 to $128,000. Higher than the average salary of either UX designer or UI designer roles. UX researcher. A UX researcher understands the full UX design process, but works primarily in those first two stages of the design process. They empathize with the end user and they conduct the research that allows them, and often others on the design team, to define the goals, needs, and pain points that the product needs to better take into consideration. UX researcher salaries. Again, depending on where you work and your level of experience, your salary as a UX researcher could range anywhere from $32,000 to $300,000 per year, according to Indeed, with the average salary in the United States listed as $136,000. UX writer. As a job title in its own right, UX writer is relatively new on the scene. A UX writer tackles everything from user research to prototyping and wireframing, but with a specific focus on words that factor into the user experience. Even more specifically, they attend to microcopy and other copy-based design that facilitates conversational interaction with users. UX writer salaries. Given that this role is the new kid on the block, sites like PayScale and Indeed aren't yet reporting average salaries for UX writers. In a recent survey of the writing community, however, the UX Writing Hub reports that UX writers in the United States earn an average of $75,000 to $135,000 per year, depending on their level of experience. UX strategists. UX strategist works at the intersection of UX and business strategy. They often, though not always, come from a UX background, have an aptitude for business, and over time develop an ability to integrate user awareness and business needs into the overall strategy of the company and its products. UX strategist salaries. According to PayScale, UX strategists in the US earn an average annual salary of $83,000, ranging from $41,000 to $171,000. I hope you like this video. Now, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, do so as not to miss on amazing topics on how to negotiate your salary and how to evolve your skill set, along with more detailed data about the salaries in different companies and countries. Peace.